Hello and welcome back to Star Wars Battlefront II for the PlayStation 2. A long time ago in a galaxy far away, we had Star Wars video games that were worth a damn.
Bum, 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 bum.
I never know the timing for that, honestly. Fall of the Old Republic.
We can't monetize this video.
Yeah, the John Williams score is like one of the hardest things to actually claim is your own, because it's not your own. John Williams made that back in the 70s, and they keep using it over and over again. Supreme Chancellor Palpatine has commissioned an elite division of clone troopers, the 501st Legion, to vanquish the Separatist threat once and for all. Yeah, we're the bad guys in this game. So
combined with the Republic's desperation to see an end to the war, has set the stage for the execution of Palpatine's ultimate plan.
Braving the frigid world of Megiddo, the 501st joins Jedi Master Ki-Adi-Mundi for the first of many crucial battles destined to shape the fate of the galaxy. And now the Kroll sits there while you pretend to read it for an additional 30 seconds. It's closer to 15. It's closer to 15, but still, that's one issue that the Krolls have always had.
And then it does the slow pan downward. This really is like the perfect Star Wars opening.
Megiddo amongst the ruins.
Megiddo, my boys.
And now we get clips from the movie. Even more demonetization.
I love it.
General Ki-Adi-Mundi has got a mission briefing for us that I skipped over because it's a load screen.
In the waning months of the Clone Wars, the 501st faced missions critical to the agenda of Chancellor Palpatine. When we arrived at the bombed-out ruins of Megiddo, our Jedi commander believed we had been sent to take out a droid energy collector. What Ki-Adi-Mundi didn't know, however, was that our unit of the 501st was really after an experimental Megiddan power source that the Chancellor wanted for his super laser.
Super laser.
Keeping Mundi in the dark wasn't easy. The Jedi had become increasingly wary of the Chancellor's doings, and were on the lookout for the slightest hint of treachery. Just like the rest of them, though, he never caught whiff of what was really going on until it was far too late.
Yes. Subterfuge.
Yeah, the execution of Order 66 is a very sad time for the entire galaxy.
Oh, yes. Very, very sad time. Everybody dies. All the people we care about, kind of.
All right, men. Today's target is an energy collector on the
also explains why they do not appear in subsequent Star Wars movies, although everybody's convinced that Mace Windu is just waiting to reappear at some point.
No, Mace Windu is dead. It's been 20 years since the Republic fell by the time of New Hope. Mace Windu wasn't around for the rise of the Rebellion. He's gone. But yeah, this is me attempting to use the shotgun. You can tell how bad my aim is. And this is why for the majority of the playthrough I'll end up using either the base trooper or the heavy trooper, because the assault rifle on the base trooper is actually relatively powerful, and it's relatively accurate in comparison to a majority of their other weapons. The commando pistol is actually pretty good too, but one of the things that you need to remember about Battlefront 2 very specifically is that the gunplay is not as skill-based as you think it is. It's far more random. Like your current heat presence, if you're moving or not, and what kind of terrain you're on, all determines your shot accuracy. So, despite the fact that getting headshots with anyone will likely guarantee a kill, actually securing those headshots is a bit of a problem because of the control scheme.
Because you got to be standing perfectly still. You have to be on perfectly flat terrain,
and you can't have already been firing.
Stormtrooper syndrome.
No, these are not stormtroopers. These are mostly clone troopers, actually.
No, I know you're the stormtrooper who has stormtrooper syndrome.
I mean, I'm slightly better than stormtroopers. I do actually secure kills.
You do actually get hits, yes. Whereas in the Star Wars movies, the only characters who actually get hit are not important enough.
Take out those turrets and clear the deck.
Yeah, even Lando doesn't actually get hit, does he? Damn.
Though I forget, does Lando die by the end of Star Wars Episode 6?
No, Lando is most certainly still alive at the end of Episode 6, mostly because he took Han's Millennium Falcon.
Oh yeah, that's right. He helped lead the charge against the Empire. I can't believe I forgot that.
I can. It's not fucking important.
I mean, it kind of is. It was dramatic. It was raising Luke Skywalker's anger.
Before we can begin our assault on the energy collector, we have to
Play as Super Boss?
Get behind
You have
the
21
shield
seconds
and
to
take
reply.
out the generator.
Yes.
Oh, this fucking guy.
And yeah, this guy, you know, the guy that was at the Jedi Council for one scene and then died.
But wait, I thought we were playing as the bad guys though.
We are playing as the bad guys.
But he's a good guy.
Yes, he's a good guy, but remember, okay. I need to stress that Battlefront 2 takes place between Episode 2 and Episode 5. That is the timeline for this game.
Episode 2 and Episode 5. Well, I mean, Emperor Palpatine was not. He did not rise to Emperor until at least the end of
very
Episode
end
3.
of Episode 3. So yeah,
Right.
at this point, the droid army that has been commissioned by Palpatine is totally legit. Or sorry, the clone army that Emperor Palpatine commissioned is totally legit. Another thing that the Jedi tend to have, at least several of them, they get double jump. I can't tell you how much that actually helps in navigation. Mostly because you don't get to play with the Jedi often enough for it to matter.
And they have jaunty
Ow.
sprints. Ow! Oh boy!
But yeah, time to kill.
You have
time to
been
kill is
defeated.
very, very short in this game. If you get hit, and yeah, Rocket's very much like my face. So now we get to show off one of the more powerful of the generic units, the Clone Commander. The minigun that the Clone Commander has is ridiculously OP, and it has infinite ammo.
Nice.
Unfortunately, what it also has is, well, the problem of being of having a rather lengthy cooldown.
Boo. Magna Guard.
Super battle droids.
Flowing cape.
Well, yeah, it's a PlayStation 2. We have to show off that our capes work.
They kind of work. They're flowing. A little clippy.
Yeah, but our legs keep clipping through them. Because that's what capes do in the PS2 era.
I have to run across this big arena with my little feet.
Ouch.
And you're dead. Okay.
Yeah. Again, rockets like my face.
So there is still a drawback to having infinite ammo, is you can still die.
Yeah, but the Clone Commander also has a support ability that increases the defense of all allies within a certain range. I forget what that range is, mostly because I never actually knew it, but yeah. You can see on the bottom left of the screen there that I actually have my minigun and another ability. The other ability is usually a secondary item, like either your grenades or your health packs if you're the engineer, or you know the other thing that your class is actually really good at. The class identity is very important in this game, at least for multiplayer. For single player, you can just use the base clone trooper for just about everything. Which is why after like this part or maybe the next part, I pretty much just stick to the clone trooper because the assault rifle is significantly more accurate than it's supposed to be. But here's one of the really cool things that the Clone Commander gets: the floating recon droid. and the floating recon droid actually hits pretty damn hard. Unfortunately, it has the defensive stats of, well, what is it, Endless Dread? Or, okay, how about this? It has the defensive stats of a dragon zombie. There.
0.
Good work. Now collect the core samples and return them to the dropship on the other side of the bridge.
Of course, get the crystals. I can't do it if I'm dead.
That's only partially true. Every time you die, while holding it, the key item drops exactly where you were. It will be very important to know that for later missions. But for this mission, you know, we're still partially a tutorial land. So.
This is a great. This feels more like online multiplayer. You die, you go back to the front lines from the rear.
Take the crystals back to
And
the
just
drop
pick up
ship.
where you left off. It's like, I know what I'm running into. I know quite a bit about how I fucking died here.
Yeah. Honestly, the best thing about Battlefront 2 is the sense of scale. It really does feel like that you're on a large battlefield against an equally large force while you're playing through this.
I agree. I mean, cooperation is a little clumsy, because
Mostly because you have no allied commands. If this game actually had allied commands, it would be about 23% better.
well, I think it would be a little too close to Rainbow Six.
Did Rainbow Six 64 have allied commands?
I know that I think it's called Rainbow Six Vegas or something.
I think Vegas was the one on 64, actually.
So Rainbow, yeah. So warning commands to your allies. I mean, you're not being. There's nothing stealthy about what we're doing. This is just open war.
Heavy man.
We have victory.
Yay!
All of a sudden.
Well, yeah, we got the crystals and we got them to the dropship, so we win.
And they lose. Yay.
The success of the mission on Megiddo was something of a revelation for the men of the 501st.
This game really wants to glorify how well you're doing.
Yep.
It was miraculous that we actually pulled it off. After all, we've only been playing for about 15 minutes.
Well, the thing that they're trying to stress here is the actual story for Battlefront 2. Because we're the Emperor's forces, we eventually the 501st is going to have Order 66 tasked with them, and
Yes.
we managed to keep our treachery invisible from our Jedi allies for the mission. So yeah, it really worked out for us. And in the next part, we'll continue on to this maybe technologically superior planet.
No.